Hey guys, what is going on? It is Zazzri today, bringing you Season 7, Episode number 1 of my Manchester City career mode. So of course, normally Episode 1 of every career mode is transfers, and that is what this is going to be. It's just going to be completely all the transfers. Don't forget, we are in Season 7, so players such as Jordi Alba have reached their potential, and now they're going down. That is why he's been sold to Inter Milan. And, you know, I cut out all the boring bits where I'm like negotiating, because people that do that, they're just trying to make their videos longer and try and make more episodes in the series. There's no need for it. I can just show you kind of what happens and stuff. I don't need to show you the negotiating and all that kind of stuff, because what's the point? But so yeah, so Jordi Alba has been sold. He basically reached his potential and was not going anywhere. Next up, I signed a free agent. He's 18 and a 78 overall, so he's going to be pretty beast, I think. He's a left mid worth 5.5 million. He wanted 25,000 a week, which is, it's not much for his overall rating, but you know, for a free agent it's quite a lot, because normally they only ask for like less than 5,000 really. But I thought it was a good deal. You know, he's worth 5.5 million. In a few years he could be worth 10. So I was happy to do that. It kind of gives me some extra cash, an extra good player. I'm probably going to send him out on loan if I can though, just so he can play and stuff, because I've got a beast team, so he's not really going to get into it yet. But, you know, he's got a lot of room to grow, and hopefully we could play it in the future. Next, we've sold John Guetti to Chelsea for 17.5 million, and we've been given 15 of that. The reason that I sold him is because, you know, even though he's been out on loan, he's improved a bit, he's just never going to get in my team. There's so many better strikers than him that I can afford and that I've got. So he's just never going to get in the team, and I thought I might as well sell him, free up a place in the squad, you know, instead of having him in the substitutes. I kind of a player that might actually get a game. And I suppose it gives me a little bit extra money. I've already got a ridiculous amount, but it gives me a bit more, you know. I don't know why I would want a bit more, but, you know, if I need it for anyone, if I want to sign anybody, then, you know, I can go ahead and do it with the extra money that I've got. You know, I can't really think of anyone, because at this point there's no players that are mega expensive that I don't have. You know, Messi, he's still in the team, but whatever. Ronaldo's retired. Messi, you know, is already in the team, so we can't buy him. And now we're just sending out one of the free agents we bought a few years ago out on loan to Bordeaux. Simply not going to get a game at the club yet. I'm probably going to sell him. If I was doing a season 8, I'd sell him in then, but obviously I'm only doing this final season. But yeah, I send them out on loan until they're about 24, and then if at that point they're not going to get a game, that's when I sell them, because that's when they're kind of worth the most, because they're still young and have a little bit of room to grow. But they're pretty much at their overall. You know, they're not going to get much better than that. And yeah, I thought that sending him out on loan would help him grow, and we'll sell him in a few years. Moving on, we've got Karim, Rekik, who's going out on loan to Real Betis. What's actually interesting is I know what he grows to, and I was kind of shocked. Like, when you first play with this career, I thought I was going to sell him, but I've always just been like, he's still young, let's just keep him, because 79 overall rating, it's not actually that bad considering where he starts, and you think he's just rubbish, but he does slowly creep up and grow. So that might be, you know, if you want to buy him in a career mode, you know, he starts off pretty low rating, but actually does grow to quite a beast. So yeah. Sergio Aguero has been sold to Bayern Munich for 20.5 million, and we've been given 17.5 of that. The reason that he's been sold is because he was getting less and less games, and his overall and all his stats are going down because of his age. Simple as that. You know, Aguero's a beast player. I love using him on Ultimate Team, love using him on career mode, and I like him in real life. But yeah, he starts going down. I'm not going to play with him. Might as well sell him. It's kind of as simple as that, really. That's the way you got to look at it. Like, sometimes people get like emotionally tied to a player. Like, say if they support Arsenal, they'll want to keep Wilshere, or say if they support Chelsea like I do, they'll keep Lampard and Terry out. Well, I think, well, what's the point? It's career mode. It's not real life. And that's kind of my thoughts on that. Like, people will be like, "You sold Aguero? What?" It's like, well, he's not going to play. Like, do you know what I mean? So that's that. Moving on, we're just sending out some more people on loan. As you can see, we're not really bringing anyone in, and I don't really need to talk about people going on loan. I've come to explain why I do it. The reason for not bringing anyone in is because there's not anyone. Well, there's not really any space in the team for a person that could improve the team that much. You know, there might be an odd player here and an odd player there that I might look at bringing in, but there's not really anyone that's going to massively change it. There's not a player that I can go out and sign and be like, yeah, that's the player I want. I should have enough money for him. You know, it's not like that. It's just that all the players I pretty much want, I've got in the team. There's a few players, for example, like this guy, Evander Kulwich, who he was actually a region of someone, and then he moved to this team. but I don't know which team he moved from, but I know he moved to that club because I couldn't buy him the season before because he just moved there. I don't know, because of his age. I knew he was a regen, and he wasn't just a regen at the club. So yeah, 25 million. But at the end of the day, you know, we've offered him a lot of money a week, but whatever. If you look at him, he's probably not going to get that many games. And we've got Krosa, who's like 90 overall, Balotelli, who's 90 something, Neymar. We've got one other person as well who's really good. Not sure who I'm thinking of, and it just means that players don't really get a game unless they're 90 overall. They're not going to get in the team. And there's not many that 90. I don't think there's any 90 overalls other than Hazard, who won't come. I've offered him. I offered £2 million a week. I made it so that it fit. I changed the transfer budget around. 2 million a week, and he said no because the fans would not like him and would not accept him. So that's the only player that's above 90 that I could get in the team that would actually like play and stuff. And he won't come, so there's literally no one to buy. You know, everyone else is just a free agent for the future, or it's just there's no players that are going to get in the team. You know, they might be in their 80s and stuff. Edison Cavani's been sold to Real Madrid for 31.5 million. The board's giving me 27 of that. Same as Aguero, same as Alba. Getting old, going down in overall rating. Might as well sell him now before he goes down too much. Yeah, Edison Cavani's worth about less, I don't know, maybe 20 million, but it was Real Madrid, they offered like 23, 24, and I was like, well, I'll just push it up, and yeah, they eventually accepted 31.5 million, which I was really happy with, to be honest. And this money was all going towards Hazard, and I was like, alright, we're going to offer him 100 million, which they accepted, and we'll offer him crazy money, which I did, and he said no, so it was kind of a bit frustrating, because he's the only person that I could have really bought and spent my money on, but he said no, because as well, you've got to think, Season 7, a lot of the best players have gone downhill or retired, so I can't just go out and buy Falcao because he's either not playing or whatever, so, or a lot of the players that they are actually still playing, but instead of being a 90 overall or an 80 overall and going down and down and down, or retiring, or whatever it might be, so I can't just go out and buy players. The final kind of season loan guy this is going out is Denisov. He's going to be another one that's going to sell. You can see that, you know, he's not going to grow too much more. He might go to a 78 overall, maybe 79, but he's not going to get in the team. So we're just going to keep sending him out on loan until he gets to the point where he's worth a bit more money. Then we're going to sell him. That's the plan with that. It's a nice little strategy, you know, if you're a team that's looking for money. You can do that sort of thing. Anyway, you guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like rating. If you want to check out the Karim playlist, bottom right, subscribe in the top right. Check out my channel for all my uploads and playlists. It's all on there on the top left. Previous videos on the left hand side of the screen, and the next video is going to be uploaded on Saturday because there's no Become Legend anymore, so that's when the next one's going to be uploaded. So check out on Saturday for this, the next episode. It'll be linked on the right when it's uploaded. Then social media links such as Twitter and Facebook, which Facebook just allows you to keep up to date. You know, if you haven't seen the video ever, it'll be on there. Twitter, I kind of talk about, ask you advice on a few different career mode things, talk about when videos are coming out, why videos haven't come out, whatever it might be. It's on Twitter, and follow my Twitch if you want to. When I live stream, you'll be notified. So do all that, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all on Saturday for the next episode of this.